7 years ago, when we were in the midst of this project, we went to MHIC. We were able to leverage about $17 million thanks to the work of Bob Nesson and Julie Harden, who worked with us. But one of the things that MHIC was insisting on was good management. And I talked to my good friend Buck Spur, who was one of the board members of the Hanover Theater, and he recommended this young guy by the name of Troy Siebels, who had worked at the Stoneham Theater up in Stoneham. He came on 7 years ago, and I can't tell you how pleased everyone in Worcester is that he came here. He's creative, he knows the numbers, he's just all around the perfect match for the theater and for Worcester, and I want to introduce Troy.
I didn't know Worcester made horseshoes. Is that really true? There's a real future in that, I think. That's I told, Ed asked me to speak on behalf of the theater as a great and supportive neighbor to whatever partners we might find moving into our neighborhood. And on a couple of levels. First off, if there's a potential to put a restaurant or a cafe or whatever it might be, a public establishment for food in a nearby building within a block of here, let me tell you about this. First off, there's no question that we get asked more than where can I go to get a bite after the show, before the show, I come next time. We get the question on the phone, at the box office, I don't know, 20 times a day. We get the question at the concierge desk in the lobby 50 times a night. And they have trouble believing that they have to walk several blocks to get to something. We partner with a lot of restaurants in Worcester, and regardless of what happens, we're going to continue to partner with a lot of restaurants, but you can't tell me that a lot of people don't want to come and park once, walk up to a restaurant, walk less than a block to get to a theater. And we're certainly going to do everything we can do to make sure that an establishment in our neighborhood is not just successful, but extraordinarily so. Frankly, even the performers, I just thought of this right this second, but I was standing with Mandy Patinkin a year and a half ago. I wanted to go somewhere after the show, and we had to send him walking across town. But, you know, on any level, I think there's a real opportunity there. The second thing is maybe less obvious. We do a lot of pre-show functions and events here at the theater. We have one private lobby space. It's a contemporary lobby. It'll hold about 120 people, maybe, for a stand-up reception. And we book it solid. Nearly every performance, we've got a group in there who wants to buy a block of tickets to the show and do a fundraiser, do an event or something. And because we book it solid, we turn a lot of people away. And if there were another facility in the nearby neighborhood where a group could do a function, pre-show or post-show, not only would they use it, we would use it. We would use it extensively. I'd say we turn away somebody more than 60 or 70 times a year, just in terms of, and for those dates, frankly, if there were an ability to accommodate more than one other group, we would do that as well. And lastly, in terms of our performance schedule, we've heard the opinion that, yeah, I'm sure that someplace can be effective if it's leveraging the theater patrons, the 600,000 people that have been through the door on the nights the theater's open. That's great, but what about the rest of the year? What a lot of people don't know is how much the theater is open. We had about 150 public performances last year, and that number's going up every year and is going to continue to go up. However, there's another 80 or so, 80 to 100 or so that the theater is full with a private event or a function or a meeting or a gala or a performance that just doesn't happen to be open to the public. And so it doesn't appear on our website, it doesn't show up on our calendar, but there's 1,000 people in the theater. It happens more than anybody can possibly imagine, and those people are asking the exact same questions that the people calling the box office and the people talking to the concierge in the lobby are asking, where can I go? We are anxious to help revitalize this district in whatever way we can. We are prepared to not only be a happy participating partner, but an active partner, and we are not going to let anybody who moves into a business within a block of this building, we're not going to let anybody who moves in next door fail.